Plantation crops have a key role in the socio-economic development and transition from subsistence agrarian economy to market-oriented commercial cultivation due to their trade significance. This sector contributes a significant amount to the foreign exchange earning through export. The livelihood security of significant number of smallholder producers is dependent on the plantation crop economy. The increase in demand for the products will indirectly lead to the increase in production and productivity of the crops and consequent increase in economic returns to the primary producers. Value addition is the key factor in increasing the acceptability and demand for any product. Value addition is a process in which for the same volume of a primary product, higher price is realized by means of processing, packing, upgrading the quality or other such methods. This is by changing the physical state or form of the product, by improving and standardizing the production process protocols, physical sorting and grading based on the character of the product, by establishing continuous supply chain to local market as per increasing demand, by increasing the usability of the product, by diversification of the product, by meeting the consumer requirement of the product. These are all the various steps in improving the processing quality. The major plantation crops in the country include coconut, arecanut, oil palm, rubber, tea, coffee, cocoa and cashew nut. The magnitude of direct and indirect employment provided by this sector, especially in the rural areas, makes it very vital for overall economic development of the nation. Coconut. Coconut is an important part of many Indian dishes. Apart from the importance of copra and coconut oil, which is widely used in the manufacture of soaps, hair oil, cosmetics and other industrial products, the husk is a source of fiber which supports a sizable coir industry. The tender nut provides coconut water, a popular thirst quencher of health and hygienic value. Coconut plant is called Kalpavriksha, summarizes the value addition in the coconut. Broadly, value addition consists of 5 parts of coconut trees can be discussed now. Inflorescence. From the inflorescence, sap is extracted, which is called the neera before fermentation. After fermentation, it is used as alcoholic beverage. From neera, palm jaggery, sugar, honey, squash can be prepared. Tender coconut. Tender coconut water is a highly nutritious, high value produce and directly used and in great demand. Tender coconut water is marketed in Tetra packs as well. The soft tender coconut is processed into jam. The husk of tender coconut is used for making husk briquettes. The mature coconut. Mature coconut has 3 parts, namely endosperm, shell and husk. Endosperm. Before maturity, the endosperm is in a liquid state, which is called the coconut water. It is highly nutritious liquid rich in potassium. From this water, the solid part of coconut kernel develops, that is the flesh or the meat. Kernel is also marketed as dry coconut scrap. From kernel, coconut milk is extracted. The remaining part after coconut milk is extracted is marketed as coconut powder. Then from the coconut kernel, virgin coconut oil is also extracted. From coconut kernel, chips are also made. Coconut kernel is dried to make copra and the copra is used in Indian dishes. From copra, coconut oil is also extracted mainly. The residue after oil extraction is called oil cake, which is used in making feed for cattle and fishes. Mature coconut also has coconut water. The coconut water is used directly or as processed one. The coconut water is marketed in flavored versions. From coconut water, vinegar is also prepared. The shell. By controlled burning, the activated charcoal is prepared from the coconut shell. Coconut shell is used for various handicraft products also. The husk of the coconut is used for making coir. The coir is a high value byproduct used in many industries such as carpet, food rug, rope, interior decoration, etc. The remaining waste is used for making the compost. Then palm leaf. The palm leaves are used in making mats for shade and partition purpose. From the midrib of the palm leaflet, heavy duty brooms are prepared. Mats are good insulators. Dry leaves are also used as fuel. The coconut main tree wood. When it is treated, the wood is used in furniture making. Treated wood is used as reaper in house building in villages. Tree wood is used for making briquette, arecanut. The arecanut, the seed contains alkaloids such as arachidin, arecolin, which have pharmaceutical properties. Seeds also contain condensed tannin, that is procyanidin, called aricatannins. Traditionally, arecanut is used for treating leukodema, leprosy, cough, fits, worms, anemia, obesity, nasal ulcers and also purgative. There are mainly two types of processing of arecanut, namely charli, it is from the ripe sun-dried nuts, and also red boiled type, that is from the tender or immature nuts. Charli is mainly produced in Dakshin Kannada and parts of Uttar Kannada districts. Charli is used in preparation of scented supari. Different types of red boiled nuts are prepared in other parts of the state to meet the market demand. Arecanuts are also marketed in many forms such as circles, one cut chips, two cut chips, mumri, roasted cutting, diamond, kutka, sadi cutting fine, sadi cutting super fine, fatcha, etc. An important byproduct of the arecanut industry is the husk of arecanut, which can be utilized for making boards, paper, etc. Choguru, a byproduct obtained from the processing of tender nut, is rich in tannin, which is used in leather industry for treating the fish nuts and also for preparing ink. The spathe covering of the inflorescence and the leaf sheath can be used for making caps, food plates and also for packing. Palm trunk is useful as a building material. Arecanut contains water 30%, protein 5%, fat 3%, carbohydrate 47%, total alkaloids, that arecolin is about 0.2 to 0.7%. Alternate uses of arecanut, if you see, the main constituents of arecanut are polyphenols, fat, polysaccharides, fiber and protein. Besides these, nuts contain alkaloids, namely arecolin 0.1 to 0.7% and others in trace amount such as arachidin, coacalin and coacin. Tannins, a byproduct from the processing of immature nuts, are used in dyeing of cloths, tannin leather, as a food color, as a mordant in producing variety of shades in with metallic salts, etc. The nuts contain 8 to 12% of fat, which can be extracted and used for confectionery purposes. The refined fat is harder than cocoa butter and can be used for blending. The medicinal properties were described as early as in 4th century AD as effective against such diseases like leukoderma, leprosy, cough, fits, worms, anemia and obesity. Arecanut has pharmaceutical uses, namely hypoglycemic effect, mitotic activity, anthelmintic activity, chloramitic activity. However, several studies have also implicated arecanut to cause carcinogenesis. CFTRI Mysore has developed a soft drink concentrate called Pan Supari Nectar. Arecanut husk is used in preparation of hardboards, paperboards, cushions, non-woven fabrics, besides being a good source of furfural. Areca leaf sheath, a process has been developed for making plyboards from areca leaf sheath. These boards can be used for making suitcases, file boards and also tea chests. Arecanut stem and leaf, arecanut stem forms a useful building material in the villages and is widely used in arecanut growing area for a variety of construction purpose. The leaves are good source of organic manure. Value addition in oil palm. See, oil palm It was first introduced as an ornamental palm during 1848 in the National Botanic Garden, Calcutta, from Africa, and organized cultivation started in 1972. At present, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka are the major cultivators of oil palm. Oil palm is also known as palm fruit oil. Palm oil is sometimes confused with the palm kernel oil, but the palm oil comes from the mesocarp, flesh of the fruit, whereas lauric palm kernel oil is from the kernel, that is the fruit's main core. These two oils are separated in the oil palm bunches by the thick shell of palm kernels. Palm oil is physically refined without the use of chemical solvents, thereby reducing the risk of residue contamination. Palm oil is reddish because it contains high amount of beta-carotene. It is used as cooking oil to make margarine and is a component of many processed food. Boiling it for few minutes destroys the carotenoids and oil becomes white. Palm oil is one of the few vegetable oils relatively high in saturated fats such as coconut oil, and palm oil is rich in carotenoids, provitamin A, teichoterenols and teichophenols, that is vitamin E, and it contains non-trans fatty acids. The palm kernel oil is obtained from the kernel of the oil palm fruit. The oil composition is very different from that of the palm oil. The palm kernel oil contains 48.2% of lauric acid, 16.2% of myristic acid and 8.4% of palmitic acid and 3.4% of capric acid and 3.3% of caprylic acid and 2.2% of stearic acid, that is saturated fatty acids, and 15.3% of oleic acid, which is mono unsaturated fatty acid, and 2.3% of linoleic polyunsaturated fatty acid and 0.4% of other acids. Palm kernel olein is the liquid component at natural temperature of palm kernel oil obtained from fractionation. The palm kernel stearin is the more solid fraction at natural temperature of palm kernel oil obtained from fractionation. Palm kernel oil, palm kernel olein and palm kernel stearin find uses in margarine, confectionaries, coffee whitener, filled milk, biscuit cream and coating fats with little or no further processing. Palm kernel stearin is widely used to substitute for the more expensive cocoa butter in many of its traditional applications. Oil press cake after extraction of oil from the kernel is used as livestock feed, which contains 5 to 8% of oil. Palm wine, locally called toddy or neera, is made from the sap obtained by tapping the trunk or the male inflorescence. The sap contains about 4.3% of sucrose, 3.4% of glucose. The sap ferments quickly and is an important source of vitamin B complex. The palm heart, that is the soft tissue of undeveloped leaves around the apical bud, is eaten as vegetable. More value addition is also possible in oil palm. Oil palm inflorescence and empty fruit bunches have huge volume of fibrous branches from which particle boards and paper is made. The sludge remaining after extraction of palm oil is used for preparing foodstuff, soap and fertilizer. Oil cake after extraction of palm kernel olein is used for preparation of feedstuff and fertilizer. Palm tree trunk is used for making furniture, particle board, etc. Palm oil has considerable amount of biological ingredients such as phytonutrients, vitamin E, carotenoids, polysterols, squalene, phospholipids, coenzymes, polyphenols, etc. They are extracted and used in pharmaceuticals and nutraceuticals industries. Next, we will see the value addition in rubber. The rubber tree, which is called natural rubber or Indian rubber, is an introduction from Amazon basins of South America, and it is commercially cultivated in India from 1902. It is a deciduous tree, usually 15 to 25 meter tall in cultivation. Rubber trees live for about 100 years, but its economic life period in plantation is around 32 years and 7 years of immature phase and 25 years of productive phase. Rubber is harvested mainly in the form of latex from the rubber tree. In 1839, American inventor Charles Goodyear developed the vulcanization process of treating rubber with sulfur at great heat to improve the elasticity and strength or to harden them. Nanotechnology enabled raw natural rubber has improved viscoelastic properties and improved green strength of the rubber. Nanomaterial application to yellow fraction, that is off the grade, a byproduct generated during the production of fractioned bleached crepe rubber, helps to add value to low grade of raw rubber and thereby introduce new applications for the off grade rubber. In the case of tea, which is an aromatic beverage commonly prepared by pouring boiling water over cured leaves of Camellia sinensis. In India, it is prepared by adding milk and sugar. India has traditional use of herbal teas such as holy basil, cardamom, pepper, mint, etc. They are blended with the tea and numerous kinds of masala tea, herbal tea are made available in the market. Tea contains flavonoids, naturally occurring compounds that have antioxidant properties. Tea flavonoids often provide bioactive compounds that help to neutralize free radicals, which help in preventing heart diseases, stroke and cancer. Indian tea geographical indicators are very common. For example, we have Darjeeling tea, Assam tea, Nilgiris tea, Gangra tea, Munnar tea and Dursa Dera tea, etc., which are famous for their places from which they are harvested and produced. The value-added products range include green tea, flavored tea, organic tea, instant tea, iced tea and ready-to-drink tea, herbal tea, tannin-free tea, low-calorie tea, calorie-free tea, tea bags, tea dye, tea seed oil, tea biomanure, etc. Tea-based soaps, bath gel, shampoo and cosmetic products have recently been added to this product range. Another important plantation crop, namely coffee. Saint Babudan brought 7 coffee beans of Arabica type from Yemen and planted them in the Chandragiri hills of Karnataka as early as 1670. It had severe susceptibility to coffee rust disease. Later, British introduced a hybrid between Coffea liberica and Coffea arabica, which became popular as Coffea robusta. Now, the coffee is grown in traditional areas representing the southern states of Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu and non-traditional areas comprising of Andhra Pradesh, Orissa in the eastern Ghats and also northeastern regions of the country. The primary psychoactive chemical in coffee is the caffeine, an adenosine antagonistic that is known for its stimulant effects. Coffee also contains monoamine oxidase inhibitors, beta carbolin and harmine, which may contribute to its psychoactivity. Special process of coffee, monsooned coffee. Monsooned coffee or coffee beans sown with moisture from the air is prepared at the curing works situated on the west coast of southern India. Stored in special warehouses, moist monsoon winds circulate around the coffee beans, making them swell in size and take on a mellowed but aggressive musty flavor. This process allows the bean and reduces the acidity, imparting a heavy, syrupy flatness reminiscent of aged coffee. The best grade in monsooned coffee is monsooned Malabar AA. Then decaffeination. Decaffeination is the process of extracting caffeine from the green beans prior to roasting. About 97% of caffeine is removed by supercritical carbon dioxide, that is CO2 extraction, or by solvent extraction procedure. Next, we will see the value addition in cocoa. Cocoa was introduced in India in the year 1965 and it is best known as the raw material for chocolate. Cocoa seeds, also known as cocoa beans, are the source of commercial cocoa. Fermented seeds are roasted, cracked and ground to give a powdery mass from which fat is expressed. The 3 main cocoa products are cocoa liquor, cocoa butter and cocoa powder. Their most noted active constituent is the theobromine, a compound similar to caffeine which we have seen in coffee. Some of the value-added products that can be derived from cocoa commercial purposes. Number 1 is the pod husk. Animal feed, fresh or dried pod husk are sliced and mixed with other feeds are used in the manufacture of animal feed pellets. Then second one is the nibs. Here chocolate, dark or milk chips blocks baking and cooking chocolate etc. is used. Then drinking cocoa or chocolate. Spreads for pastries and bread combinations with nut spreads etc. Then chocolate yogurt, truffles, liqueurs, cocoa liqueur and cocoa powder. The fresh pulp can be used in the preparation of jams, jellies, ice cream, yogurt and pancake syrup, juices and shake, wine and vinegar, and another one is the nata, a processed agar-like product packed in a syrup and consumed as a dessert in Asia. Then processed pulp for use in development of other products. Then cocoa sweatings. This is collected during fermentation, hydrolyzed by the microorganisms. It contains alcoholic beverages, so we can make out wine. We can also make jelly, jam, syrup and pectin and soft drink can be made out from this product. Cocoa husk, that is the testa. Here mouthwash and toothpaste we can make out. Cocoa bean husk, the outer part of the cocoa beans which is usually discarded during the chocolate production, has an antibacterial effect on the mouth and can fight effectively against plague and other damaging agents. Cocoa husk pigments which is extracted and utilized in Japanese food industry, and pod gums are also used. Mulch, for example, Hershey's and it also cocoa shell mulches are very popular. Then cocoa butter, here they are used in soaps and washings, liquids, moisturizing lotions, lip balms, other cosmetics, sunscreens, suppositories. Then in the case of Ayurvedic medicine, cocoa is reported to be antiseptic, diuretic, ecbolic, immunoc and parasitoid. Cocoa is a folk medicine for alopecia, burns, cough, dry lips, eyes, fever, listlessness, malaria, nephrosis, parturition, pregnancy, rheumatism, snake bites and wounds. Cashew nut, which is an introduced crop to India by Portuguese as early as 1570 on the coast of Goa, and it is well adapted to Indian conditions now. At present, this crop is cultivated in Kerala, Karnataka, Goa, Maharashtra on west coast, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Orissa, West Bengal on the east coast, Tripura, Meghalaya, Assam, Manipur in the northeastern hills. It is one of the most delicious and nutritious nuts. It contains about 5.9% moisture, 21.2% of protein, 46.9% of fat, 22.3% of carbohydrate, 0.45% of phosphorus, 0.05% of calcium, 5.0 milligram per 100 gram iron and 2.4% as minerals and amino acids. Cashew is the most popular nut used by the confectionery industry. Cashew contains vitamin C up to 5 times than that of the citrus fruits. The cashew nut shell liquid, that is CNSL, is an important byproduct of cashew nut industry. CNSL is extensively used in paints, textiles, resin industries and shipbuilding industries and is therefore considered as an important byproduct of high trade. The fruit is called cashew apple, which is an accessory fruit or a pseudocarp or a false fruit. It is the hypocarycum that develops from the pedicel and the receptacle of the cashew flower. Cashew apples are rich in ascorbic acid, say 390 mg per 100 gram, sugars, minerals and other antioxidants. These apples are mainly used in Goa for preparation of a popular alcoholic beverage called Feni, a GA registered product. Apples are also used in limited quantities for preparing concentrated juice, syrup, ready to drink beverages, jam, nectar, frozen pulp, fruit vapors, wine, vinegar, etc. In the case of medicinal uses, cashew apple juice without removal of tannin is prescribed as a remedy for sore throat and chronic dysentery. Fresh or distilled, it is a potent diuretic and is said to possess sudorific effect. The brandy is applied as a liniment to relieve the pain of rheumatism and neuralgia. In summary, we can say value addition is a process in which the same volume of a primary product, high price is realized by means of processing, packing, upgrading the quality or other methods. The major plantation crops in the country include coconut, arecanut, oil palm, rubber, tea, coffee, cocoa and cashew nut. The magnitude of direct and indirect employment provided by this sector, especially in the rural areas, makes it very vital for overall economic development of the nation. Coconut is a part of many Indian dishes. Apart from the importance of copra and coconut oil, which is widely used in manufacture of soaps, hair oil, cosmetics and other industrial products, the husk is a source of coir industry. The tender nuts provides coconut water, a popular thirst quencher of health and hygienic value. Arecanut, the seed contains alkaloids such as arachidin, aricolin, which have pharmaceutical properties. Seed also contains tannins, procyanidin, called areca tannins. Traditionally, arecanut is used for treating leukoderma, leprosy, cough, fits, worms, anemia, obesity, nasal ulcers and also as a purgatory. Palm oil has a considerable amount of biological ingredients such as phytonutrients, vitamin E, carotenoids, phytosterol, squalene, phospholipids, coenzymes, polyphenols, etc. They are extracted and used in pharmaceutical and nutraceutical industry. Latex rubber is the primary product. Vulcanized rubber, nanotechnology enabled raw natural rubber has improved viscoelasticity properties and improved green strength of rubber. In tea, value added product ranges include green tea, flavored tea, organic tea, instant tea, iced tea, ready to drink tea, herbal tea, etc. Calorie free tea, tea bags, tea dye, tea seed oil, tea biomanure are other value added products. Tea based soap, bath gel, shampoo and cosmetic products have recently been added to this product range. Tea is also used as a mordant for binding color to the fabric. In the case of coffee, the primary psychoactive chemical is caffeine and adenosine antagonistic that is known for its stimulant effects. Monsooned coffee, decaffeinated coffee, instant coffee are the value added products. Cocoa has many uses in the cosmeceutical and pharmaceutical and nutraceutical industries. Cashew nut itself has number of value added products. In addition, cashew nut shell liquid is an important byproduct of cashew nut industry. Cashew apple juice has medicinal properties. Value addition is the key factor in increasing the acceptability and demand for any product. The increased demand will indirectly increase the production and productivity of the crops and consequently increase the economic returns of the primary producers.